All right, so today I'm gonna work on the doors, taking the door panels off because I'm gonna be painting all of the interior trim to a dark black. Because right now, nothing's wrong with it, but it's just like a faded off blue, black, grayish color. And when I get that new white tub on here and rhino line it white with the black interior floor, I'm gonna want a nice black satin finish on the interior as well on the dash. So first thing I'll do, since it's easiest, is just to do the doors since they're off the Jeep, and I can do what I want and take my time. And so here we go. It's easiest just to do this with the door back on the Jeep, so you're not having to hold it up or lay on the ground. So I just put it back on here. In order to take the door panel off, first thing you're gonna do is take your crank off. It's gonna be a C-clamp inside here to pop out, and then that will come off. And then all you're gonna have to do after that, take off your handle with your 2 screws. And then, where are you? There we go. You're gonna have some screws here to take off. And then there's also those plastic pop pins that'll come right off. Interior's been in really good condition the whole time I've owned it, taking care of it. When I bought it, it had this tiny crack here, so I might try to fix that when I get this off here. And this driver door seal has always been kind of a weird thing where it kind of wants to catch when you're coming down with the window like that, and kind of wants to pull off the panel. And when you crank the window all the way up, you can see, get some better lighting here. It's kind of a scratch where this lock or something here scrapes along the glass barely, just causing a little bit of a mark. So also locking this door, you lock it in order to lock it, you lock it, but when you unlock it, you gotta turn the key, unlock it, leave it turned, come in here, hold the unlock before you twist the key back out. So something in there is just stuck, so I might be able to take a look at that also. This is what I used to take the crank out. There's that little C-clamp pin that was in here, and I remembered my orientation when it was at full, the window's fully closed. It's kind of facing upward, so that'll keep it out of my knee when I'm driving on the road. But I just took the flathead, pinned this out enough, about that far out, and I can see that clamp. I use my green pick to pry that out, and then this simply just pulls off. Little cover here also, so that goes together like that. So there's your crank. Take your Phillips head, take those 2 screws out, and this simply comes out. Okay. Then you just take out those 3 screws, 2 on the bottom, 1 on the side, all T15. The 2 on the bottom here were the small ones, and the 1 on the side is the long one. And there's my 2 screws for the handle. And that's it. Panel comes right off. Here's the back of it. There's those push pins. These were already broken. The ones that were actually holding in were over on this side, and they stayed intact because I just slowly cracked it off here. So those will go back in over here. You can see all the dirt and mud. This thing could talk. But this top door seal, you can see it's all bent and cracked here. So I'm gonna try to straighten this out. I had to use a flathead to pry it off the glass. It might be easier to take off with the window rolled down, but I wanted to take a look and see where this scratch was coming from. And I mean, they got this door latch taped up for some reason with red duct tape, and if I can find that rust spot in here somewhere, see where this is touching. And I wish I could, there it is right there. So And I've got the other side of the door sill popped off here. It's got these little metal tabs holding it in. And right around here is where it's scraping the glass. And let's see here. Right there. That is what is touching the glass as it rolls down in here. And that's just the handle. So I can see the rust on there. I'm gonna roll the window back up and see if I can reach down in there through here and maybe clean that off and bend it, pry it away from the glass. That'll fix that. So I realize there's not really much I can do with this. So I've just slid a piece of sandpaper down here and I am cleaning off that rust surface. Piece of sandpaper here. There is that rusted component. So, I mean, it is what it is. I just wanted to take a crack at it, so. That is that, a lot cleaner. And besides, the damage on the glass itself has already been done. So, it's like a little divot, a little scratch, but it's only really noticeable because I had these windows tinted. But yeah, so it's nice though to get all this off here now because there's some surface rust here I need to scratch off and prep before I start spraying bed liner on the doors and everything else to match the body. Not just the body, but I've decided to go white all around when I get that tub on there. So my doors will be blue still, my hood will be blue, my windshield will be blue, tailgate will be blue. So all that will be run line white. And then I'll have to run line the tub white, even though it's painted white. That way it's all the same surface. And I'm gonna do probably the Herculiner roll in on the inside first, just to get an idea of how well this stuff adheres. And make sure I'm not getting too far in over my head. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a Jeep, but I do want to do it right. So that is how you take your panel off. So now I got the passenger one off, and you can see side by side how sun faded this passenger one is. That's not a glare, that's the color. It looks grayish, whitish, and there's the crane compared to it. So got both off now. So I'm also gonna probably paint this area so it's all nice and clean and black. Be a real nice contrast.